Well, I've been trying to come up with an idea for a short film-ish movie, whatever you want to call it. And since I got this new fun Mac, I can do all sorts of neat stuff. So wish me luck. The thing about telling a story is finding the right story to tell. So I've been sitting here thinking about, what sort of little script I can come up with, what kind of ideas I can pluck out of my notepads and piles of paper to figure out what we're going to actually do here. It's like the old adage, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. So why not just go with a non-fiction story, one that everybody loves and some people know. It's the story of how Eric broke his shoulder. It all started, I guess it must have been either the end of 2004 or very early 2005. No, I guess it must have been 2004. Anyway, we were out having a good old time and drinking and doing the things that we usually do. And I think it was actually our Eric's day off and my day off at the same time, which is always a bad thing. So we started out over visiting the lovely Amanda over at Finn McCool's where she was bartending. And this is before Amanda and I were going out. So I think we probably both had crushes on her at that point. So we got good and blasted there, and then wandered down the street to McGillen's old ale house to visit our pal Rick Almeida, and we sat there with him for a while, got good and drunk, and then good and drunker. I think part of the problem was we were picking on Rick because he wasn't allowed to drink behind the bar at McGillen's, so we were sitting there drinking pitchers of beer as fast as we could and doing shot after shot of Irish whiskey, like right in his face, just, because we're dicks like that. So we rolled out of there. Actually, that's to turn a phrase. We walked out of there, and then Eric decided he was going to do a barrel roll in the middle of the cobblestone street. So he kind of gets a running start, does the barrel roll, pops up, ta-da, perfectly fine, and then just sort of loses his balance and keeps going forward and just kind of airplanes, but never gets his arms up to stop himself. I mean, he looked like a giant torpedo coming out of the sea, and he just went face first right into the curb, got up, runs over to me like, "Oh my God, am I okay?" And all I can say is, "No, dude, you're pretty fucked up." He was cut in the face a couple of places, and he kept saying his shoulder hurts, which I couldn't really figure out because it seemed like he, landed on his face mostly. So anyway, somehow we got home. I don't remember if we actually walked or if it was one of the few times that Eric has been reduced to taking a taxi someplace. But he was pretty messed up. So we got back, and I'm like, well, let's clean you up. We'll take you down to 12 steps down and get a shot of vodka and throw it in your face or something just to disinfect you at least. You knew he was hurt because he actually didn't want to go back out to the bar. So I just sort of wandered out like, okay, I'll see you later. And this is when everybody was living at 10th and Fitzwater there by the Morning Glory. And I walked around the corner to go to 12 steps down, and lo and behold, the Eckerd drugstore is still open. I look at my watch, it's like, I don't even know, it's like 6 in the afternoon or something. Like, we had no business being that stupefied that early in the day. So I went into the Eckerd, as a good friend that I am. I bought some bandages, some Neosporin, some alcohol peroxide, Band-Aids, all that good crap, and a couple of candy bars, and brought it back over, cleaned up Eric's wounds, and gave him one of the candy bars, ate the other, and then I went to the bar and told everybody what an idiot he was. The funny follow-up to the whole story, though, is that Eric didn't actually go to a hospital for quite a while, I think, after he initially had heard it. And then finally, when he realized he couldn't really move his arm very much, he went to the hospital, and that's when they told him, like, oh, yeah, you're, whatever's broken, and this thing is broken, and that's when he got the surgery, and he was almost an injury-free year for 2005. And then I think 2006 was when he actually got in the car accident. But that's a story for another time, kids.